Hey, everybody. Thank you for
Hey, hey,
joining
hey.
us again for Opposite Saxes.
Yep,
Thursday, 1 o'clock
yep,
every week
yep.
for, gosh, we're in our fourth year now. We're gonna be up to 4 years this fall.
Whoa,
That's
it's a lot of topics.
it's a lot of
It's a lot of talking,
talk
a lot of hot air.
that we've recorded
Yeah.
and saved for posterity.
And
But
who's going to look at it?
anyone who has leisure time and nothing to do,
I think our
and
kids will
they've
believe.
they've watched everything on Prime TV and Netflix
Oh, forget
and
that.
Paramount Plus. They've watched every
Forget that.
series, and now they say, now what am I going to do? Oh, let's go to YouTube and watch the
Opposite
Saxes.
sex.
Yeah,
I know.
which you're more than welcome to do whenever you want, and let us
We're
know.
there. We're everywhere.
Yeah, on all the
Yep.
platforms. In fact, there are some people that would like to see us on a platform. Heading out of town. It's about back to school time.
Well, almost.
Yeah.
Not quite.
And we started talking a little bit about back to school for others, and then you said, what about us
Yeah.
going
Would
back to
we go back to
school?
school?
And I thought,
That was an
that
easy
is
answer.
interesting. Would you go back to school? Why, where, for what reason? We do get, I get notifications
Mhm.
from, northern New Hampshire, Phoenix, University
Mhm.
is online all the time with programs to, no matter what age you are, to go back and get your Master of Business
Yeah.
degrees.
As well as the local colleges. I mean, we even get little small newspapers of
Yeah.
what's going on at the
Our
local
local
college.
college is got what, it's up to 6 campuses now
Mhm,
or so, and they've got a very, very good adult education program.
mhm.
And whether you want to take classes for credit or for non-credit or just for the fun of it, uh,
Yeah, it's
go.
called the SAIL program.
Yeah, ours is called the SAIL program, which is Seniors Active in Learning.
And then there's another a local college, a second one, that has another, I don't know what they call theirs, lifelong learning. And they also have speakers that come in, chat about anything, history, vacations,
Yeah.
saving your money,
If you've got either
investing.
a major college or a community college in your neighborhood, sometimes you're looking for things to do other than going to movies
Right.
and the mall. Sometimes get one of their syllabuses or go online and find out, because sometimes you say, I always wanted to learn how to paint. You can go
It's
to one of the
interesting.
local colleges and take an introductory art course. And they're usually very
They
affordable,
are
especially for
very
seniors.
affordable. And I think it's a great way to meet new people.
Yeah. It is, and find out if you've got, talent
Mhm.
for doing something. You always want to
Oh,
play an instrument,
and they
you
have a
know?
lot of painting courses too.
Mhm.
Instruments, painting, any of that, woodworking,
Yeah,
all of that.
but every once in a while, somebody will talk to somebody that says, I always wanted to play the piano. It's never too late. You can either find a private teacher, or a lot of times the local colleges and everything have
Mhm.
music programs, and you can go once a week and all and learn how to play the piano.
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun going back to these lifelong learning and sale programs. I find it great. You're not in there to get a grade, to earn credits. You're there for enjoyment and
Right.
to learn something at the same time. Whereas, quite a few years ago, we went back probably 15 years ago, 20 years ago. We decided we had our stores, but we decided to take a realtor's course
Hmm.
and become realtors.
Get a real estate license.
That was the hardest thing to do,
Yeah.
wasn't it? For you? I mean, for me, it was, I thought.
Well, it was for the standpoint that that's a little bit more intensive learning,
Wow.
other than something like we said, music or art or whatever. But you know, to do it, it was a lot of reading, a lot of testing, a lot of
Remembering.
rules and
Cool.
regulations. And then not only that, but after we got our licenses, every year we had to go back for a refresher
renew it.
course. You know, but there are some people that just that feed on that.
There
There
are,
are, you know, people that love to read and they can get involved in literary
Mhm.
courses
Mhm.
that discuss the classics or discuss new up and coming writers, or you could take a class on how to write a book,
That's true.
how to be written and published, whether it's poetry or fiction or nonfiction.
In fact, you don't even have to leave the house anymore to do it.
A lot of these courses are online.
Yeah, they're online through the colleges or on YouTube or colleges online. I mean, it's so easy these days to do something like that.
And it can be completely, totally unrelated to anything you've ever done in your life. You may just say, I've always been fascinated with the stars. So
Mhm.
take a class in astronomy. It it is amazing what is out there. Now, another area for consideration. There are a lot of people that when they retire, get a little bit older, they decide they want to relocate.
Mhm.
There there are lots of surveys and reports that say that one of the best places to move if you're going to relocate is to a college town
I agree.
for a lot of reasons. And it's beyond the ability to take courses, but entertainment.
Mhm.
Instead of paying through the nose to go see concerts and everything, you can go as a student in a college, you can go to concerts, you
Mhm.
can go to theatrical performances, which at the college level are outstanding. Uh, College sports, to go and watch college football and baseball and basketball, a fraction of the cost.
Right.
And the towns are hugely supportive of their teams.
Yes.
And they say culturally, athletically, social,
There's just so much more going
culturally,
on in a
college
town.
towns are really, not to mention, usually pretty good food. A lot of,
I
good,
would think.
good food establishments because the students,
Mhm.
go and the adults
In
go.
fact, we had friends that left where we were living in Florida and they moved to a college town in northern Florida just so they could have all that stimulation in their area and they could pick and choose whatever they wanted to do, sports, concerts, you said,
Yeah.
classes. It was all right there.
And you can move across the country if you want to do that, or if you say, I really like the state that I'm living in, well, almost every state has not only state universities, which sometimes can be, uh, you know, 20, 30,000 students. I mean, I went to Indiana University. The town was about 30 or 40,000 people, but the university had another 30 or 40,000. So when schools was in session, the area was booming. When the kids were gone for the summertime,
It's quiet.
it was nice and quiet.
Yeah.
You could get
You got a
plenty
little bit
done.
of both.
And if you were living there, you could enroll in summer classes, and they were smaller classes, they were a little
Mhm.
more intensive,
Mhm.
and it made a lot of sense.
Would you
So,
go back to school
you
for
know,
a class as opposed to going to a seniors type of?
yeah, if it was
class?
something that I was really was interested in, yeah, I think I would. Because again, we have a good local community college, which is got campuses close to us
Mhm.
and a few that are in the area. But yeah, if sometimes there are history classes that I think might be fascinating. I've always had an interest in military history,
Mhm.
and all, and to take classes. Again, you can go online, you can go to a bookstore and you can buy a book on military history and sit and read it on your own. But I think that in-person, in-class environment, the discussion
I agree.
aspect of it, to have a professor that is knowledgeable on the subject and shares it, asks questions, gets people involved in conversation.
Mhm.
I think you walk out of those classes with a much better understanding of the subject matter.
Well, I agree with you. And the socialization is very important too. And you can hear other people's opinions and questions. Um,
A lot of people also find theater in that regard. They always thought that maybe they'd like to be in a theater production.
mhm.
You know, find the local theater companies. I mean, you don't have to go for the lead role. Go in and say, I'd like to get the part of a butler or something in a performance and all, just for the ambiance, just to take
And the
advantage of that.
experience and the fun.
Yeah. I've always been fascinated with some of the bars and restaurants that have a little corner, and sometimes the first Tuesday of every month is poetry night. And you go and you listen to local poets or a local musician play an acoustic guitar of original music.
Well, they have more of that in a college town, I think,
Yeah,
than various other towns.
but almost anywhere, if you seek it out, you can find rather than sitting at home and doing it online.
Yeah, Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said for that. We all had to do it during COVID. And there are some people that would say, yeah, I'd like to get an accounting degree
mhm.
or an advanced accounting degree or do that online if you want at home.
You know, some of the larger cities, I'm thinking of northern or Midwest cities, have what's called park districts.
Sure,
And a lot of the park districts
offer those,
offer the same things that the colleges do, and
especially with
also for a
art,
fraction
sports and
of a
things like
cost.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that might be something through your city you might be able to find as well.
Another wonderful area, and again, I think not as much online, but in person
Hmm.
is cooking. If
I
you'll,
thought you might
you-
say you'd take a cooking
if you'd
class.
like to learn more about cooking and baking,
Mhm.
get a class, do it in a classroom setting where you don't have to go out and buy all of the pots and pans and utensils. You go to a culinary school or somebody
Right.
that offers those
Well,
classes.
some now in the college towns, the cooking stores
Mhm.
will offer that, because my friend was doing that. She is big on baking. She's a
Yeah,
huge baker and a very good baker.
and
And she
French,
was hired
French
French pastries.
pastries.
And she was hired by one of the stores in her town. And she taught classes for quite a few years. In fact, she might still be doing that.
Yeah.
That's something to think about.
It's never too late to get
Keep the brain
get the
moving.
juices going.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think I would like to think about some more meditation practices.
would you go to a school for that? Or is that something?
Yeah, because remember at the college that we were going to for some of the classes, one of them was a meditation class. And a yoga class, she did that too. So yeah, you can do all of that.
There is no
No
limit to
way.
what you can do.
No way.
So, go online to check it out. But if you got a college in town,
Seek it out.
check it out. So support it. It might surprise you when you look through the list of
Mhm.
classes that they offer. All of a sudden, your eyes open up and you say, "Oh, the history of this. I think I'd like that." Or, how to build something. You know, I remember shop in high school, learning how to make ashtrays and things like that. When you get older, you may want to do something like that too.
Or you may just want something like, how do I budget more wisely? What are some of the
Investments.
investments, healthcare? What is our healthcare all about? Can I get a more affordable health plan?
Yep.
I think a lot of colleges offer that as well. So
And then you can go down into the bookstore and you can get some really cool t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff like
now
that.
that's
to-
your thing.
To support
Yes.
the local
You like
school,
to do
because
that.
now I'm a student there. So
That's true. That's true. You do that.
go out and do it.
And let us know what happens if you do. I'd be curious.
Yeah, let us know if you just got a PhD in stick figure drawing or something like that, whatever. Whatever you do, just enjoy doing it, right?
All right,
Okay,
got it.
see you next week.
You will.
Bye.